What would you do if your boss suddenly doubled your salary, and a few days later, cut it in half, without any explanation? Most people would protest, argue, demand answers. But this man? He remained silent, both times. Why? What secret did he carry in his heart? Once upon a time, there was a humble servant who worked in a factory. He was regular, hardworking, and quiet. But one day, he suddenly didn't show up for work. The master noticed his absence and thought to himself, perhaps if I increase his salary, he'll feel more encouraged and work with greater dedication. When the servant returned the next day, the master increased his salary. But to his surprise, the servant didn't react at all. He quietly continued his work, just like before. A few days later, the servant was absent again. This time, the master became angry. He thought, if he doesn't value my kindness, I'll reduce his salary. The next day, when the servant came back, the master reduced his pay. And again, the servant stayed silent. He accepted it without a single word and returned to work peacefully. The master was puzzled. He thought, anyone else would have argued. But this man, he remained silent no matter what. Curious, the master called him and asked, when I increased your salary, you didn't say a word. And when I decreased it, you still stayed silent. Why? Don't you even want to know the reason? The servant looked at his master calmly and replied, the first time I was absent, Allah blessed me with a beautiful baby boy. That day, I couldn't come to work. When I returned, you increased my salary. I remained silent because I believed that Allah had sent extra sustenance, rizq, for my son. It wasn't from you. It was from Allah. He paused for a moment, then continued. The second time I was absent, my beloved mother passed away. When I came back, you reduced my salary. I stayed silent because I believed that Allah had taken back the rizq that was meant for my mother. Master, neither you increase my salary nor you decrease it. It is Allah who decides how much rizq comes and how much is taken away. Why should I complain to you when everything is in His hands? The master was stunned. He had never heard such strong faith and contentment before. He realized that the servant's trust in Allah was unshakable. Indeed, true rizq is only in the hands of Allah. In our lives, we often panic when we gain something and shatter when we lose. We credit people for our success and blame them for our loss. But this humble servant taught us a secret. Rizq does not come with praise, nor does it leave because of anger. It is written by Allah, before our very first breath. So whether you are praised or criticized, whether doors open or close, keep your heart calm. Because what is meant for you will never pass you, and what passes you was never meant for you. Trust the one who controls all doors of sustenance. People are only the means, but the provider is always Allah. Trust Him, and your heart will never fear. If this story touched your heart, give it a like, share with others, and subscribe for more stories of faith and transformation. May Allah guide us all. Ameen.